Hey everybody, you've found the link on the agenda and you are watching this video right now. And this video is for your instructions for today. I am not going to be on the Google Meet, but do have some things for you to work on. We had a death in the family. My grandfather passed away, so I'm putting this on because I won't be able to be on the Google Meet today. So, however, if you are in my third or fourth period class, Miss Stockdale will be available in GoGuardian, and you may get into the Google Meet and ask questions of Miss Newton. So she is available if you have questions. Both of those teachers are available. Miss Stockdale on GoGuardian and Miss Newton through Google Meet. So they can help you out if you have questions. Fifth and sixth period, I will be available via email if you run into any major issues or have questions. But these are things that we've either worked on before or you've done something similar to it. So let's look at what we're doing. So obviously, number one, you're watching this video right now. Number two, do a grade check. Make sure that you have everything completed. Most importantly, from Friday, the No Red Ink quiz, parallel structure, and the scientific revolution / enlightenment presentation. Also, we have the Locke versus Hobbes paper that wasn't due on Friday, but those are three very important assignments. Make sure you get them done from last project. So that's number one or number two, but the first thing you need to do other than watch this video is make sure to go and do that grade check and make sure all your grades are caught up. Now, I did make the assignment today a little bit shorter so that if you did need time to catch up, you had a little bit of time today to work on that. So number three, we're going to launch a new project today, and you're going to complete the Revolution project entry document, which is due today, and then you're going to complete a pre-assessment journal response concerning Revolution. Okay, so let's take a look at those together. The first one here, if you click, it will take us to our assignment. This is the same as it's been for each entry document. For this assignment, you will be reading and annotating the template available in the Dropbox, above the Dropbox or below it. I think it's below. But anyways, the template that's available to you, and you're going to be looking for knows and need to knows. Knows are things we know about the project. Need to knows are things that we have questions about and need to do research on. We've done this many times in this class. Even the newer students, we've done this already. So this is something you should be familiar with. On the Google Doc, you will read and highlight the knows in light green and need to knows in red. On the second page of the Google Doc, you will then form what you already know and write knows, what you already know about the project in space provided. Then write out your questions concerning need to knows in the space provided. So you're just going through and figuring out what questions do I have about this project? How's it going to work? What do I need to learn? Kind of what structure we're taking. So that first step of project-based learning. And if we go over to the document, it looks like this. Oh, I gotta sign back in. I reload. Looks like this. And the first thing you'll notice, you've got a big pig on the very top, and he is in a uniform. You might have need to knows from that right away. But I'm going to read through this with you all on this video so that you can hear it as well as see it. But read it through with me and then go back. You can pause the video, go back, go through and look for knows and need to knows. I would make it a goal of getting like 8 knows and 8 need to knows. Okay. But that shouldn't be a problem with all this information here. Okay. And this project is broken into kind of 2 sections. So this is the first section where we're doing the knowledge and thinking and like getting the information together. In the second section, we'll talk about that more later. So let's read this together. Revolutions have been part of society and the world throughout history. The people of a nation rise to change and take down powerful totalitarians, rulers, and governments. Revolutions have sprung up in all parts of the world. The American, French, Bolshevik, and Arab Spring revolutions are examples where people strived to overthrow the ruling class. There are many issues, both domestic and abroad, that still need the attention of the people. We will read an allegory that examines the Bolshevik Revolution and the rise of the Soviet Union. Animal Farm by George Orwell. So that's the allegory we're going to read, Animal Farm by George Orwell. Animal Farm satirizes totalitarianism And although the novel tells a simple story of barnyard animals trying to manage themselves after rebelling against their masters, the novel examines how good ideas can be easily manipulated into tyranny through the use of fallacies, misinformation, and restricting access to education. Will you use this information to further explain the impact of revolutions in an IACT, which is the first time I think you've heard the word IACT, or the abbreviation IAKT, IACT, and continue to apply this knowledge as we examine the current political situation of North Korea? So we're going to be looking at North Korea and what's going on in North Korea today. After examining revolutions, the reasons for revolt, and the effects of revolution, we will Skype and work with a representative from the Liberty in North Korea nonprofit organization. Our community partner will assign our task and mission for this project during that Skype meeting or Google Meet, whatever. So we're going to get our knows and need to knows down here. So you're going to read back through this and, highlight in green everything you know, highlight in red everything you need to know, and then write out your questions. Again, a goal should be about 8 knows and 8 need to knows. Probably get a lot more than that from everything we have, but that should be a good starter for you. Okay. So if you want to pause the video and go back and do that, you can do that now if you'd like. All right, heading back over to Echo. Let's look at the other thing we're going to do today. The last thing we're going to do. You're going to complete the pre-assessment journal response revolution. So we're looking at revolutions today. And if we look at this pre-assessment, this is a short writing journal response, okay? And let me start by saying it's okay if you don't know the right answer, okay? The right answer, because there's lots of different answers on this. I just want you to try. And if it's clear that you tried, or then you explain to me what you know and you don't know, then we'll be okay, all right? But let's look at this prompt. So you have to try, submit something, and you'll get credit as long as you're trying, okay? So write a thesis statement answering the prompt below. We've talked about thesis statements. We've worked on those throughout this year. Write a thesis statement answering the prompt below. Include 3 reasons in your thesis statement. Write 1 paragraph explaining why you believe what you wrote in your thesis statement. You will be graded on making an attempt at answering the question. It's okay if you don't know the right answer. It's a pre-assessment. Find out if you know, okay, what it is. So you're going to use the following prompt, okay? Is it ever okay for a group of people to revolt and overthrow their government? Why or why not? Give reasons to support your opinion and feel free to reference current or world events to make your point. You may write your answer in the drop box provided. So we've seen stuff in our history recently where people are kind of revolting against the government and pushing against it, possibly even trying to overthrow their government. So I want you to write this. So you have 2 options here. For example, you can say a group of people should overthrow their government if the government blank, blank, and blank, or a group of people should overthrow their government because blank, blank, and blank. So you should or you shouldn't. And this isn't just about the United States. I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about in general, at what point does your government cross the line? When do you think, because it's happened in history, what do you think the reasons people have revolted against their government? Why do you think, what justifies that? Or why should they not overthrow their government? Okay. Some big examples in history is that their government were killing the people, or they were stealing from them, or they were corrupt, or, I'm not going to give you all the answers here, but think about what if someone had power over you and was oppressing you, how would they do that, and what would drive you to want to break away from that? And we're going to be thinking about that in this project. So again, you're going to write that thesis. You can basically write this exact same thing and put some ideas in here, and then take a paragraph, write a paragraph, just 1 paragraph, and explain why you think that, okay? So just looking for a journal response, starting you to think about revolutions and why a country might do that, or people. All right, again, get these 2 assignments done. Make sure to do your grade check. If you need help, 3rd and 4th, you can go to Google Meet or GoGuardian. 5th and 6th, email me if you run into any big issues, okay? And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you so much, and y'all have a good day.